Hello everybody, I am The Worm, and welcome back to ReFantazio. Today, we are doing a little extra episode, something I have not done in quite some time, and I do not expect it to be that long. All I was really curious about was the various genuine conversations that we could potentially have with everyone. And so I've decided to load back my save and just see what it's like, to see what everyone has to say, and see what items that they give us. Now, won't I look silly if we get the same item from every person, but at least we'll get to see how everyone's feeling. And that's, you know, even more than the item, that's kind of, that's the priority here. So let's go ahead and just start talking with people. Heismay.
And so...
Yeah, let's see how he's feeling. Yeah, certainly not up here, I would think. Oh, he's hearing something more. I see, yes.
Well...
Yeah, you can relax. Yeah, no kidding.
Then...
Although I do believe we could probably take the brothers. But yes, close quarters fighting, not so good. And that's also a good point, considering our character is an Elda from a hidden village. This whole adventure has been, you know, just the contrast. Going to the big city, going out into the wilderness, and now, yeah, going across the sea. So, yeah, it's hard because our character, or my character here, Colm, you know, he's meant to be kind of a blank slate for you, but if he were more of a character, I feel like that would be a big part of it. The idea that he's seeing all these new sights for the first time, and how that would affect him.
I believe... But...
Couldn't be helped, that was wrong. Don't linger on it. Oh man, that's tough. What am I saying? It couldn't be helped. I'm not sure I like that, because it makes it feel like, you know, he's regretting what he's done, saying it couldn't be helped. I'm not sure that would improve his mood. Don't linger on it, just saying, you know, it couldn't be helped to saying, well, it's inevitable that your son would have to have that shame, which kind of sucks to hear. Don't linger on it, just ignore it. That was wrong. What am I saying that was wrong, too? Am I saying it's wrong that he taught his son that? I kind of want to say this, but I'm not sure exactly what this is in reference to. Let's try it.
Look at that.
You were wrong?
Yes.
Yes, okay, I see now. So it's agreeing with him, essentially. He was saying he regretted telling his son that they moved location because they're Ujif, and we're saying, yeah, you were wrong to do that. And that his intuition that he should have stuck up for him and his son that was the correct feeling. There we go. Okay. Sorry, just sometimes I feel like sometimes when I read the statement I feel like I can't crack the code at first. I need to go forward a bit.
My apologies.
Falcon anklet. Okay, so we do get different items every
Take
time.
this.
Okay.
As the clear surface gives way to the
Okay, we
glassy
can just... Excuse me, we can just skip that. We're just going to be loading back after we check out the item.
What to pick?
I wonder, I don't remember, was the last time when we got to this part, was this a... You see how there's a bug above the campfire? It's red. In my memory, I feel like it was blue before. Do you think it's randomized? I'd have to go back and check, but... Okay. Doesn't matter. Let's see... This... Falcon anklet. Okay, gotcha. So it is the same item, just with a different name. It's just personalized to whoever gives it to you. Okay. I like that. You know, I mean... It takes away that that urge that some people might have to, you know, min-max and pick the best item for their particular circumstance. And yet they still, as I said, personalize it. So that's cool. All right. Well, that saves me the trouble saves me the trouble of checking the item every time. Now we know it's the... It is the exact same. All right. Man, we're having these really sort of personal conversations with our friends here. I'm very curious how what the conversations with the Magnus brothers are gonna go. You know, speaking of which, let's try it. Let's see what they have to say. Hello, Mr. Basilio. I must say, out of the two of you, I find you a bit more pleasant to be around. That's probably because you're not the one with all the suspicion all the time.
Sam. Oh.
Yeah, let's do it.
Then
I'm curious.
Sam?
Ah, I see. That's true. That's true. That is something we did.
What the?
It's like a speedboat, you know? Oh, I guess he wouldn't know. This is kind of cutting-edge technology.
Maybe.
We'll probably be fine. Feeling anxious?
Huh?
Can you even swim? Just curious. Oh, that's ominous. Oh! You've been practicing, you really trust him? Didn't know you can't swim. Oh, let's not, I feel like he'll just say no duh. And that's, you know, grilling him a bit. You've been practicing that.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
White Sand Rose. You really do look up to your brother. Well, technically look down, but you get my meaning.
Hey!
As the clear step.
Well, how about that? That was a bit more substantial than I may have initially thought it would be.
What to pick?
Okay, so yeah.
What now?
I'm just double checking. Yeah, so the description is slightly different. It's a Parapus talisman given by Basilio, yeah. White Sand Rose. What does that... that is... White Sand Rose. Curious.
What now?
Is that in reference to... Is there a log here? No.
What now?
Is there something like a place where most Parapus come from, and that's a reference to their homeland or something like that? Okay. Back here. Yeah, Dell's just a kind of... He's a genuine guy, you know? He's not... He'll be straight with you. He won't, He is unlike his brother, who likes to keep his cards close to his chest. Speaking of which, let's,
What do you want?
let's talk to him now. Oh my goodness, I just noticed. Look at the top left of the screen. Norris has a photo of himself. And what looks like a cat? I don't think we've seen a cat around here. Very curious, but the the sort of mustache look and the what's that called? He has the same thing around his neck that Norris seems to have. Yeah, I've not heard from him about a pet cat. That's curious. Okay, Fidelio. I lost my train of thought. No, I got it. We'll probably talk about saving his life, since we mentioned that with Dell's. No, he's Dell. Basilio, that's what I meant.
What do you want?
Why is that? Just wanted to chat. I feel like he might not like that response. Why is that?
A word of warning.
I see. Kind of, yeah. No, really, actually, I was not expecting you to thank me, really.
No. Seriously.
We got some pity currency there.
Well?
You really don't trust me? I didn't have time to think. What agenda? I feel like he's just gonna say you're playing dumb here. I didn't have time to think. You really don't trust me? Let's say this. I'm curious if that'll get him to open up a bit about it.
Then... Leave.
Okay. A handmade flute, you say? Okay.
Got it.
Well, alright. I'll let Norris know.
As
That was
the part.
It was funny the timing on that, where it was just silence, and then, okay, here's 250 mag. Ah, see? I was right. So the bug you get... The bug you get over your campfire is indeed randomized.
What now?
Handmade flute. A flute whose sound wards away evil. Thank you very much, Fidelio. Okay, so next let's do Junah, and then I think we only have Hulkenburg after that, right?
Oh? Got a second? Thanks.
Let's see what she has to say. Or sing, maybe.
Truth is,
Uh-huh.
well,
You sure are fond of you, a bit sensitive. Well that's clear. What do you mean by sensitive?
what? But
That's true.
hey!
You want me to sing? Well, I hope you like warbling.
Leave it to me.
Huh?
Well, I'm glad I can provide that to you. Oh my. Well, yeah, it hasn't been long. Feel better now?
Look at this.
Aeon Pearl Ring. That sounds fancy. Well, thank you very much.
Bye.
As the
What now?
Let's get the description. It's just a ring given by Junah. Well, thank you very much. Okay, and I think that leaves us with one last person. Because I don't think we can... Yeah, I don't think we can hang out with Norris. Hulkenburg,
Oh,
I want to have a genuine conversation with you.
your thoughts? Indeed.
True that.
That reminds me.
He's feeling unwell. You don't feel sick?
Come now.
Oh. Oh my. Hmm. I'm sorry to hear that. Prince is alive. You have allies now. I mean, I want to say both of these things. But what would provide the most comfort in the moment? I think I want to say you have allies now. Because yes, that kind of was her overarching goal. But as she says here, it sounds like, you know, after that night attack, we saw that a long time ago where it was that night. It was during the night, and we saw Grius and her trying to protect the prince. So what she's saying here is that failure, although she may not have been consciously thinking about it, maybe she was seeking to atone for that failure with her, giving her up her life, and looking for the prince was just sort of the excuse for her to go off and do that. So I think I want to say this because, rather instead of her former knight companions who derided her, you have the opposite now. We're not only allies, but we're friends, and we are all working towards the same goal now.
It'll be fine.
That's right.
Sorry.
It's all right. Tell me more about your travels. Do you like to see? Tell me more about your travels.
You are curious. Take this.
A narwhal's horn, you say? Don't you mean a unicorn? Huh.
Well then.
Well then, yes, exactly. Thank you, Hulkenburg. I shall cherish this horn
As the
for as long as I live. Maybe if we're in a tough situation, I can use it as a dagger. Good to have a backup weapon, right?
What to pick? What now?
Yep, a horn. Certainly, that might be the most unique gift we get. And so I think
What
that's
now?
everyone. Just 'cause I'm paranoid. Let me check. But I suppose, let me sum up my thoughts, I guess. I'm glad I loaded back to do that. Just kind of interesting conversations and seeing where everyone's headspace is at. I think of all the genuine conversations we had, certainly the big three, our main sort of group of Stroll, Hulkenburg, and Heismay. I think their conversations were the most special. So I'm glad I got to hear them. And then Basilio, Fidelio, and Junah. I'm glad I got to listen to them because I was very curious for the Magnus brothers. What in the world would a genuine conversation with them be? But yeah, it makes sense that it's centered around us saving Fidelio, so it makes perfect sense. Junah was just kind of funny. She had that little quirk where just fell asleep being near us. I guess we have a certain effect on people. Hopefully for the better. At least in her case, it seemed for the better. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Just a little extra episode going back and checking this sort of thing. I haven't really felt the need to do something like this since the beginning of the game, which I'm partially thankful for, because if I'm making an extra episode, it's usually that I'm missing something. So I think it was with the dragon, and then and it was either I'm missing something or I'm getting stomped on by the game. Those were the two instances where I've had to do one. So, yeah. In any case, I've been the Worm. This has been Metaphor ReFantazio. I hope you're all doing all right, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.